Michael Chandler, in the words of John McClane, welcome to the party, pal.
I am so happy to be at the party. Walked in, kicked down the door actually to the party with my dancing shoes on. Man, I just felt at home. I really did. I stepped into that octagon and feeling the cage, feeling the canvas. Man, I was right where I needed to be all these years of that hard work, and I'm excited to go back in there again. Excited to go watch this fight.
When you put your head on the pillow and you've been dreaming about this and visualizing it of how it would play it out, it couldn't have gone any better, could it?
It really couldn't have. I don't think so. I mean, what do you get? I mean, what's better than, what was that, 2 minutes in the first round maybe, you know? And the good thing was the fight progressed. The fight progressed a little bit. He threw some kicks. He landed some kicks. I checked the kick. I sidestepped the kick. I heard my coach Henry Hooft say something when I sidestepped the kick. I think it's really one of the first time I've ever actually evaded a low kick in my life. So I'm getting better. You know, it took 5 years under his tutelage down there in South Florida with his H kickboxing style to finally start seeing it come through in shades. And man, just what an awesome feeling. You know, the best possible introduction I could have gotten.
We've had many conversations on our program about you, and I'm sure you've had these thoughts yourself as well. Doing the things that you've done in other franchises and being at the very highest level with those guys, you would have thought in your head, maybe, can I do it? Can I do it at the UFC? And tonight, does that now, is there a weight off your shoulders is what I'm trying to ask?
There's a weight, and there's also just somewhat of a satisfaction. And I don't mean to say this in a cocky or overconfident kind of narcissistic way, but I've known that I could beat these guys literally for the last decade. I've known this. I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell her that. I couldn't tell the fans that, because when I did, everybody said, well, why don't you jump over to the UFC? Why don't you prove it? But I'll tell you right now, I've been around these guys. I've been around the highest level guys that you admire, they admire, everybody from California to New York and everywhere in between. I've been around all these guys and gals. I promise you they don't live their life like I do. I promise you they don't put the amount of work and emphasis into living the championship lifestyle like I do. So to put in all the work and to never quite get that push, never quite get that oomph, it was tough because I knew it, and my wife saw it, my mentor saw it, my family saw it, my son. I'm away from my son all the time, so I know that he knows it. But now to finally let it come to fruition under the brightest lights and the biggest stage that I could have possibly ever asked for, it's great, and the sky is the limit, I promise you. I'm going to be fighting one of these guys in the main event tonight, or fighting Khabib for the title sometime soon, so I can't wait.
You just mentioned your wife and your boys. It was his birthday this week.
His birthday today.
That must have been incredibly difficult to be aware, but this makes it all
was
worthwhile to go home and tell him the story of what Daddy did abroad.
Yeah, you know, and he's going to see this interview someday, and he's going to know that just because Dad wasn't there at all times doesn't mean that he didn't love him and support him and want to serve him for the rest of his life. And it was these types of selfish sacrifices that I had to make that will in turn make me the selfless man that I need to be and the selfless father that I need to be. And tomorrow's my wife and I's 8-year first date anniversary. So like, this is possibly the greatest week of my life. I know I just said that today was the best day of my professional career, but one of the best days of my entire life. And God, just feel blessed, and I just can't wait to keep on this journey.
Listen, you know this fight game. We say this on our show all the time. Rocket in the octagon, rocket on the microphone. Talk to me about that speech, man, because you absolutely smashed it out the park.
I don't remember what I said. I think I blacked out halfway through. You know, actually a couple months ago, Daniel Cormier said that I was Ric Flair. You know, listen, Ariel said, hey, listen, Chandler doesn't deserve to be in the video game. And then DC said, well, he does, because he's like Ric Flair. He came over from WCW and WWE. So I told Daniel right before I got on the mic, I said, Daniel, listen. And I didn't quite hit it perfectly because it was a little too cheesy for me. With a tear in my eye, he said. But, you know, and then just, you know, making sure I say Connor's name, making sure I say Dustin's name, making sure I say Khabib's name. Listen, man, I respect the heck out of these guys. We just had the best press conference in the entire world. Half the reason I never thought I'd never come to the UFC is because I didn't want to go get into verbal altercations and talk about his mama and his wife and do all this like crazy stuff, you know? That's not what we do. Listen, we're dads, we're fathers, we're men, we're guys out here trying to accomplish great things. We don't have to tear each other down. And listen, I'm not trying to be over here, you know, PG over here, little goody two-shoes Michael. I'm a nasty human being. I'm a dangerous human being, but we can be respectful about it, and we can have a good time, and we can have some really good banter back and forth. And So I don't even know where I went with that question. So don't call me a rocket on the mic anymore, because I'll just take it and run with it.
Listen, just one final thing. I know you want to go and watch the main event here because these boys are in your division, and I know you got thirst to fight them. But the narrative this week has been that Khabib wanted to see something special. Did he see it from Michael Chandler tonight?
I think he did. And if he didn't, that's fine. Listen, there is no shortage of great lightweights. Listen, I think I beat Khabib. I think I beat him in wrestling. I think I stop his takedowns. I think I knock him out. I think I'm the first guy that is able to knock Khabib out. If I put my hands on him, I promise you he's going out. Dan Hooker has never been stopped to the head. He's been stopped to the body by Edson Barboza. He's never been stopped to the head until Michael Chandler came along. So, I'd love that opportunity. But, man, going to watch this main event, these two guys are champions as well. This is the best division in the entire world I could have ever decided to throw myself into the ring with. So can't wait. Onward and upward, man. I'll see you at the top.
Mike, you've been brilliant all week. You've been brilliant tonight. Go well, man. Safe
Appreciate
travels home.
you guys. God bless y'all. Appreciate it.